Good evening. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. California legislature honors Governor Sanwo-Olu, Lagos Tourism Commissioner for promoting culture, global partnerships. Federal government to partner European Union on strengthening Nigeria's science, technology, innovation policies. On the foreign scene, United States deports 177 Venezuelans. And in sport, world heavyweight boxing champion Daniel Dubois withdraws from Saturday's match due to illness. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been honored with a certificate of recognition by the California Legislature Assembly for his vision of positioning the state as a premier global tourism destination. Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Toke Benson Awoyinka, was also honored with a certificate of recognition in appreciation of our unwavering dedication to advancing the governor's vision. This prestigious recognition also celebrates a steadfast support for artists and musicians whose creative contributions continue to enrich Lagos' cultural and economic landscape. This is coming after Benson Awoyinka recently led a high-profile delegation along officials from the Ministries of Transportation and Science and Technology to engage key stakeholders in San Francisco. During the visit, the Lagos delegation met with officials of the Mayor's Office, the Film and Entertainment Commission, the Empire Team, and the Office of the San Francisco State Representative, Matt Annie. Both parties held discussions focused on fostering city-state collaborations, enhancing cultural and music exchanges, and attracting investment in technology and innovation incubation hubs. The Lagos State House of Assembly has expressed its commitment to support legislative frameworks that will align with the principles of equity and inclusion in the society. Speaker Mojisola Miranda made a pledge while delivering a special remark at the Women Advocates Research and Documentation Center, WATC Co-Creation Workshop in Lagos. Miranda said the workshop will shape an instrument that will serve as a moral compass for the society. She described the workshop as a significant milestone in Nigeria's collective journey towards fostering a more just, equitable, and inclusive governance structure across all states of the Federation. According to her, despite Nigeria being Africa's most populous nation and largest economy with rich diversity and over 250 economic groups, the diversity has not always translated into equity and inclusion. Miranda called for training and financial support for women, youth, and persons with disabilities in order to empower them to participate in the economy. She added that the Lagos State Legislature has taken proactive steps to champion the inclusion and diversity through progressive legislation and advocacy. The Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board, LSTMB, in collaboration with officers of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has carried out an enforcement exercise in the mainland axis. The enforcement, which is in response to the persistent non-compliance of some traditional medicine practitioners, TMPs, in the state, sealed 6 facilities operating without proper regularization of practice and with outdated documents. Registrar LSTMB Babatunde Adele emphasized that the state government will not tolerate continued disregard for regulatory requirements, stressing that practitioners must comply with the law to ensure public safety and professional accountability. He noted that the board has consistently engaged in awareness campaigns through print media and radio jingles to educate practitioners on the need for proper registration, particularly in light of the rising cases of quackery in the medicine sectors. Adele warned that erring practitioners will face penalties in accordance with the Lagos State Health Sector Reform Law 2015, adding that the board remains committed to safeguarding public health by enforcing strict compliance with regulatory provisions. The Ministry of Information and Strategy has expressed its readiness to work closely with the Lagos State Waterways Authority, LASWA, to deliver on its mandate, particularly the Omoaka project. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information and Strategy, Olumide Shogunle, stated this during a working visit by a LASWA delegation led by its General Manager, Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, to the ministry. Shogunle also commended LASWA for the Omoaka initiative, stressing that the ministry would give the agency the much-needed support to ensure the success of the project. In his response, General Manager of LASWA, Oluwadamilola Emmanuel, said the visit aims to acquaint and solicit the support of the ministry for its Omoaka Take Me There project, being implemented in collaboration with the Agency for French Development. According to him, the agency's mandate is to regulate, enhance growth, and develop inland waterways activities and transportation in Lagos State, stating that the Omoaka project is meant to significantly transform and sustain water transportation across the state. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has called for deeper collaboration with the European Union to strengthen Nigeria's science, technology, and innovation policies and coordination mechanisms. Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Naji, made a call during a courtesy visit by the EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS. Naji emphasized the need for increased technology transfer and commercialization to ensure that research findings are transformed into industrial applications. He said through this, Nigeria seeks to strengthen technology transfer and commercialization, ensuring that research is translated into industrial applications. The minister also called for EU partnerships to establish innovation hubs across Nigeria to support startups and research-driven entrepreneurship. The African Development Bank has officially commenced the process of electing its next president with the release of candidates set to contest in the upcoming election scheduled for May 29. The announcement follows a two-day meeting of the steering committee of the Board of Governors at the bank's headquarters in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, where a final list of contenders was approved. Speaking at a high-level ministerial roundtable in Casablanca, AFDB's Director of Regional Integration, Joy Katekekwa, stressed the need for stronger economic collaboration, stating that Africa's transformation depends on the ability to integrate. She noted that the AFTA has the potential to create a unified market and increase intra-African trade by 52% by 2035, a development that could spur industrialization and job creation. The new president will succeed Akinwumi Adesina, who has been at the helm since 2015, overseeing significant reforms and navigating the bank through challenging global economic conditions. Now to foreign news. United States has sent 177 deported Venezuelan migrants from the Washington-controlled military base in Guantanamo to Venezuela. The U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirmed it transported the Venezuelans to Honduras. Venezuelan authorities took custody of the deportees from Sotocano, a joint U.S.-Honduras military air base, before flying them to Caracas on a flag carrier Conviasa flight. President Nicolas Maduro said the handover was a result of a direct request from the U.S. government, noting that his countrymen were rescued. Venezuela's Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello added in a televised statement that all deportees will undergo health checks before any pending criminal charges will continue in Venezuela courts. Also, about 1,000 Chinese nationals that were rescued from online scam centers in Mayan are due to return home following an international crackdown on the illegal operations. They are among the thousands of foreigners freed this week from scam centers where they were forced to run romance and investment scams, among others. The Karen Border Guard Force, a group allied with Myanmar's military government, says it will deport 10,000 people from the Myanmar silent border region in the coming days. United Nations estimate that as many as 120,000 people may be working in online scam centers in Myanmar, where criminal gangs have taken advantage of the country's instability and ongoing civil war. Now sports. World heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois has withdrawn from Saturday's title defense against New Zealand's boxer Joseph Parker after falling ill. The 27-year-old will host the International Boxing Federation (IBF) title, underwent a medical examination in Saudi Arabia and missed a news conference, prompting the decision to pull out. Details of his health status have not been released. The British-born Dubois took the interim belt in June by beating Philip Goldvik and was upgraded to champion when Oleksandr Usyk vacated the title due to his rematch clause with Tyson Fury. He defeated his title in September with a knockout win over fellow Briton Anthony Joshua at Wimbledon Stadium in London. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961. Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration deployed traffic lights and CCTV cameras in strategic places in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been honored with a certificate of recognition by the California Legislature Assembly for his vision of positioning the state as a premier global tourism destination. The federal government has called for deeper collaboration with the European Union to strengthen Nigeria's science, technology, and innovation policies and coordination mechanisms. We also told you that the United States has sent 177 deported Venezuelan migrants from the Washington-controlled military base in Guantanamo to Venezuela. And in sport, world heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois has withdrawn from Saturday's title defense against New Zealand boxer Joseph Parker after falling ill. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Sadiq Yusuf. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.